How's it going, guys? So for a long time, I've been saying, I wanted to make a lot more content for you guys, do a lot more market breakdowns. I know, when I was a lot more consistent a few years back, I used to do a lot more of these videos. A lot of them have been deleted now, but we've turned over a new leaf. We're in 2024 now, and I said, you know what, this year I'm going to commit to, you know, at least trying to give you guys maybe kind of a video a week, just giving you guys an insight into what I'm looking at, the markets that I'm looking at, and, ultimately what I'm trading really. So hopefully you guys find a lot of value in the videos. Hopefully you're able to make some money off of my analysis and some of my calls as well. So what we'll do, we'll get right into it, guys. So for those of you that have, you know, um, that have seen some of my videos or some of my market breakdowns in the past, you'll have a bit of an idea in terms of how it is that I look at the markets and how I break down the markets. So what I'll do, um, being as crypto is such a focal point currently, and everybody's talking about it. I know we've got the ETF decision coming up very soon. And we obviously had some big spikes today in the markets as well. I thought, I'll give you guys a bit of a crypto breakdown today. We'll take a look at some of the major coins, some of the main coins. Okay, so what we'll do is start off with the Bitcoin chart here. And as you guys know, or well, the guys that have watched my videos in the past, um, I kind of run through what I call a top-down analysis. So top-down analysis kind of breakdown of the markets. So ultimately, what that means is we're switching over to the higher time frames, plotting our key levels, trying to gauge an idea of where, overall market is flowing, the overall direction of the market, and where we're really trending. And typically, with the way I like to trade, as I said, it's that top-down analysis, plotting out those key levels, trying to figure out the overall flow and direction of the markets, and then maybe drop down to some lower time frames, not too low, maybe the daily chart, the 4-hour chart, where we look for our entries and things like that. So what I'll do, I mean, if we had more data to kind of work with in terms of Bitcoin, I would have worked with the kind of three month kind of time frame. But what we'll do, we'll start for the monthly time frame, and as I said, we're looking for those major kind of support levels. So those those clear cut supply and demand levels, those levels that you know everybody's looking at. Okay, so let's plot our first level here. So what I'm looking at, the first level I'm looking at is this, just over this 43,000 level in Bitcoin here. So plop that in there. So we've got about just under 43,000 really. So we'll say about 43,000 we got there. So why have I plotted these levels? And the more videos and breakdowns that I do, um, the more you'll be able to kind of gauge, why it is that I'm looking at these key levels. But I'm going to run through it with you guys today anyway. Um, so as I said, we'll start off with this level here, this 43,000 level. Main reason for plotting out this level as a key level is the fact that we've seen some kind of price action here in terms of market kind of struggling to break through the level or breaking through the level, coming back to the level and retesting it. And that's both to the upside as well as the downside as well. So we've got that kind of zone over there. I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll plot out the key levels first, and then when we break down to those lower time frames, looking at that weekly and that daily, I'll show you or give you a bit more of an insight in terms of why that level's been plotted there, and where we can see that the market's really testing those levels. Okay, so we're at 43,000 level here. If we go down here, we've got this level here. Well, I actually had some positions back in kind of October, November here actually, when we broke that 31, 32,000 level. We've got that level there. Um, Next kind of level that I'm looking at is this level here. And with my kind of trading and my analysis, we don't need to plot all the levels. We're looking at, kind of, levels that are relevant to, what we're looking at now in terms of the markets. Um, so kind of current price action, what's going on now. So I think we've probably got a level here as well, but it's not too clear. So what we'll do, we'll drop down to the weekly time for now and see if we can, sharpen up these levels, and we can find any more key levels here. Okay. So as you can see, guys, those monthly levels that I just plotted there. So, clear as day in terms of the support and resistance level. Why have I plotted this level here? Well, it's clear to see, major support zone here, also major one. Also, we've had a tested level here again. And then if you look over here, we've had price, break through the level, come back up, retest it, and price has sold off to the downside. And then the same level had come up here as well. So 32,000, a major psychological level. And as I said, I did take some long positions here back in October of 2023 that just crossed over. Um, and yeah, very easy and kind of simple trade really. Um, but we'll get into that. Um, and we've also got this level here that we just plotted, so the 43,000 level. So we can see, a break and a retest there. Clear as day, guys. I said we're not trying to force anything. We want things that are, clear cut. Um, like break and retest there, and then obviously we've had price, currently trade in and around these 43,000 levels, and this is where we currently are. So price is currently kind of trying to break through this level, but we're struggling currently. And as I said, once we break down to the lower time frames, we'll drop down to the lower time frames. We'll look for some more kind of support levels, support and resistance levels. So we've got this level here as well. Okay, right. So as I said, in terms of how I trade, typically what I look to do is trade from level to level. So ultimately, I would describe myself as a breakout trend trader. So I'm someone that's trying to identify the trend and the overall flow of the market. Um, and I'm looking for price to break out of key levels. I'm simply trying to trade the markets from one level to another, kind of riding that momentum and riding that wave. So in terms of raging markets, these are not markets that I trade. You do have traders that trade specifically, kind of range in markets, and they like to trade that market from level to level, buying and selling at those major kind of key levels. But in terms of my trading style and how I like to trade, it's just not something that I'm interested in. I mean, I've got a few strategies in my locker that can allow me to kind of extract some pips from the market with those kind of conditions, but typically um I'm the kind of trader that would rather wait for my breakout setups and breakout plays to kind of pull up before I look to enter the markets. So as I said, we've got this current 43,000 level that we're currently trading at. So if we take a look at this level here, guys. So where are we? So we've got this 44,290 level. So typically with my trading strategy, um, we've identified a trend. So first thing we want to do is we want to identify the trend. So what the first two things we want to do is identify the trend as well as those key levels. So we want to plot in our key levels, and then we want to ask ourselves, where's the momentum flowing? Where's the money, kind of flowing towards? What direction are we moving in? So it's clear to see that pop our arrow tool. Where are we? There we go. So it's clear to see that market is currently in an uptrend, kind of clear as day. Um, we had that low that was put in, at the top of last year, so at the top of 2023, and since then, market's been in this uptrend, following these major sell-offs in 2022. Okay, for me, the confirmation of that, that kind of change in trend, um, was the break of this 32,000 level. So, of course, we had this huge sell-off, and then price broke this level to the downside, and I had my eyes on crypto, but I didn't take any positions while we were down here. For me, as long as price remained below kind of 32,000, for me, that was a sign that we were in a downtrend, and a break of this level here would signal to me that there's a change in the overall flow of the market, and we're seeing a potential shift in structure, which is what we got. And we got that break of 32,000, back in October, of which, I took a couple positions here, and traded up to this level, and also took some positions here and traded that up to, where we currently are sitting now. So the question now is, where are we heading next? Okay, and I'll be honest with yourself, currently markets have been quite choppy. So, we've had the market kind of fake out to the upside, quite a few times. I actually got stopped out on Bitcoin quite recently actually. So I think I took a position. Where are we? I'll just plot this level for you here. Where's my tool gone? The Eclipse tool, I think so. Yeah, so we had this break of this level here, and I wanted price to show me, that we're going to break this level, this 43,000 level, and actually hold above, which we failed to do. So we had a break of this level, um, and I was waiting for a pattern on the lower time frames that would suggest that price would move higher, which we didn't get, and price, sold off and broke back below the 43,000 level. We then came up, tested the level, sold off again, and then we had another push to the upside, a break of the level, and I actually anticipated that price would kind of rally from this level here. So where are we? So I anticipate that price will rally from this level here. So typically what I like to see is a break above, one of my key levels. And if price doesn't give me an opportunity to go long, and price does, pull back and come back below the level, which is what it did, um, typically when we get the market coming back up to test the level again and breaking the level, I do like to go long, simply kind of placing my stops, just below the key level with the hope that we get that momentum to the upside, which unfortunately we didn't get on this occasion. And as I said, I was stopped out. So looking at what looking at the markets now, I mean, we've had this, very choppy kind of candlestick today. So, price looked like it was going to break out to the upside. And I know a lot of people would have got trapped here, thinking that market would, kind of rally to the upside following the break of, this key level here. So obviously we had that close above the level, and we've had that big sell off here. Now a lot of people are speculating that, with this ETF decision coming up, coming up and so close. Um, you know, well, a lot of people are saying, with this ETF decision coming out, um, some people are saying that markets are going to rally to the upside. Some people are saying, we've already had the rally up, um, in regards to this ETF decision, and we're going to see huge sell-offs. I mean, there's a lot of speculation in terms of whether the market's going to go up, whether the market's going to go down. The truth is, nobody actually knows. I mean, it's all just speculation at the end of the day, and you can never really predict these markets. All we can do is kind of carry out our analysis, trade our plans, making sure that our risk management is in place, um, and trade what we see ultimately. In terms of what we can see now, um, a lot of uncertainty. I'll be honest with you guys. There's no real way of kind of trying to determine, where the market will go next. What I can say is, we're currently in this range, um, and I wouldn't be looking to take any positions, while we are still in this range, because, as I said, for one, I don't trade range in markets, and there's just no real kind of sense of direction in terms of where the market wants to go. Now, what I can say is that if we can get a break back above this level, so out of the range, in and around this 44,000 level, I will be looking for long positions up into the 47,000 level. Okay. And then a break to the downside of this range, I think we're coming back into that 38,000, 37,300 kind of level. So, as I said, guys, it's really just about trying to see, what price is currently doing, and then, having your plan in place for, you know, what could happen. That's both to the upside or the downside. Now, for someone like me, if the market does break out to the downside, because overall, I feel like the trend is bullish. I wouldn't be looking to take any short positions. But how I would personally look to trade this market, if we do get the sell off down to this level here, I will be looking for longs around this level, targeting this level again, and then potentially looking to hold that position, depending on price action, and add into that position, back up to this 47,000 level. So as I said, overall, just trading that overall flow and trend of the markets, not trying to guess where the market's going to go, not trying to trade against the trend, just going with the flow of the markets. But as I said, guys, in terms of where markets are going next, with us being in this range, I wouldn't be looking to take any positions until we get a clear breakout of um, kind of the market to the downside or the upside. If we do get a breakout to the upside, above this range here, I'll be looking for longs into the 47,000 level. And if we get a breakout to the downside, I'll happily watch the market roll over into this 37,000 level, where I'll potentially look for you know, a kind of setup on the lower time frames, kind of securing that nice kind of tight risk to reward ratio. Where I'll be looking for longs back into this 43,000 level, and then potential longs again into that 47,000 level. So yeah, guys, that's currently what I'm looking at in terms of this Bitcoin chart. Um, and yeah, so it's just a case of sitting on our hands now, not getting itchy fingers. We don't want to throw away our money. It's really about preserving that capital and waiting for those strong setups, of which you've back tested and you're confident in. Um, and yeah, waiting for those strong setups and executing at the right time. So, in terms of trading, guys, a lot of the time you're gonna spend kind of sitting on your hands, especially when you're a swing trader like myself. But as I said, when those plays do come into play, there's a lot of money to be made. As I already demonstrated with the positions that I took, here, with a break of that 32,000 level, and then further longs into this 43,000 level. So yeah, as I said, guys, a lot of it is waiting on your hands. But when we do get that, those breakouts and those setups that kind of come into play, especially with the crypto markets, it doesn't take too long before you're kind of swimming into the profits there. But, guys, we'll call it that for now in terms of this video. Just wanted to give you guys a quick breakdown in terms of what I'm looking at with this Bitcoin chart. Um, I may do another video, kind of breaking down what I'm looking at in terms of Ethereum and a few other altcoins as well. But I thought I'd focus on the main one for now, being Bitcoin, um, and being the fact that Bitcoin is so heavily traded, and I know everyone's got their eyes in it too. But that'll be everything for now, guys. Yeah, if got any questions, or any kind of videos you like me to kind of drop or anything like that, drop a comment, drop a comment down below, or I'm gonna attach my Instagram as well. So shoot me a message on Instagram, and I'll happily reply, and see what I can do for you guys. Take it easy, guys. Happy trading.